Look familiar? It may resemble Europe in the 1930s, but the place is not Nazi Germany, but Illinois, near Chicago in the 1970s. Well, not exactly Nazis, but actually neo-Nazis. That is, a small, extreme fringe group of Americans intent on stirring up bigotries with hateful messages. In 1977, Skokie was confronted by a small group of neo-Nazis who applied for a permit to march here. This unleashed a torrent of fear and anxiety in a community traumatized by memories of Nazi horrors during World War II. Now, no one wants Nazis marching in their backyard, but this was especially true here because Skokie's population included upwards of 7,000 survivors of the Nazi Holocaust, a larger percentage of survivors than in any other town in America.
When people heard about the fact that a group of neo-Nazis, so-called neo-Nazis, would march in Skokie, they thought it was some kind of charade, some kind of put-on joke.
My dad was going nuts about this. When it would come on TV and it was a media phenomenon at the time, my dad would turn pale, ashen pale, and the relatives would be calling each other on the phone, calling each other on the phone. The Nazis are coming back, they're coming again.
Nazi leader Frank Collin, or more accurately, leader of the NSPA, the National Socialist Party of America, a lofty name for such a small band of misfits. Collin espoused the well-known hatred associated with Nazis, only tailored to white American racists, anti-black and anti-Semitic being the familiar themes.
The type of man that I'm trying to get now is a fanatic. If you're not willing to kill, if you're not willing to shoot somebody for your ideals, you don't really believe in it.
Collins sent a letter to about 12 North Shore communities requesting a permit to march in a Skokie Park on November 6, 1976. It was signed, respectfully, Frank Collin. Perhaps respectfully was not the best word to use in this case. The plot thickened when the American Civil Liberties Union agreed to enter the case, representing the Nazis. Yes, that's right, the ACLU was defending the rights of Nazis who, given the chance, would exterminate their Jewish lawyers. Is there anything wrong with this picture?
I thought there would be very little likelihood that we would lose because all of the kinds of speech activities that Frank Collin wanted to engage in with his National Socialist Party of America were classic kinds of protest activities in public places.
When you realize that you have people in uniform wearing a swastika coming down your street, you have to make some changes in your attitude.
They weren't scared of these Nazis and were willing, if necessary, to use confrontation and violence against them.
And for me, I got a gun.